Okay, it appears I'm live. Okay, oops, hang on. So, aloha everybody, how you doing? And there's Ben and Rich and Stephanie. Hey Stephanie, let me ask you a quick question. Is the 95 at the end of your birthday because you were born in 1995? I'm just nosy, I guess. Anyway, so hey guys, how you doing? Yeah, I am feeling, well, I'm a little wore out today, I'll tell you that. I've been doing a fair amount of stuff. And, like, out in the yard and, yeah, I don't know, maybe, yeah. Hey, little fishy, how's it going? And, anyway. Hey, Rob, nice to see you. Right on. Oh, wow. So you and Stephanie are the same age, Ben. Nifty. We should have a party or something. Oh, yeah, so I pulled some weeds out in the backyard, and then we did some stuff in the front yard because I planted a bunch more plants. You know, at some point it's going to actually look like something, and then I'll take a picture and show it to you guys. But right now it's just kind of meh. But, yeah, anyway, so I'm a little wore out. So that's all there is to that. And I am feeling like I want to play games this evening. So I'm going to go start with Octordle. Here we go. You know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to do this because I don't need to see the other mic there, do I? Not really, it's annoying me. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. All right, yeah, there we go. Let's go back over to here. And we can, oh, you know what? I got to start my timers. Boink. Start that one. Boink. Start that one. Go back to here. Yeah, good. Everybody's kind of more or less going. All right, let's come over to here now. Wow, that's good, Ben. That's good. I'm glad to hear that you are actually getting some decent sleep. That's groovy. That's funny, Rob. That's funny. All right, what are we looking at here? What in the world? That one probably is angst, huh? Yep, okay. You wish you were 20. I don't wish I was 20, but I wish I had some of the attributes of my 20-year-old body. Like, I'd like to have my spine healthy again. And I wouldn't mind having my teeth put back to, you know, into being something other than broken and cavity-ridden and missing. No, Nubby, unfortunately, I was pulling just basic weeds that were kind of around near a gate in our backyard. They were just in the way. I think that one at the end is going to be trust. Nope, it's not. Oh no. What is that? Oh, crust. There's the C right there, you idiot. All right. So I've got 6. Have I got 6? Yeah, okay. No more mistakes available. What in the world? Okay, the one is going to be delve. All right, there we go. And that's going to be decry, isn't it? nicer. Okay. Holy mackerel, so what do we have here? I'm going to say that's a fix. Yep. Now these ones over here, I don't know. Thanks, Ben. I appreciate the support, and I'm glad you liked the video. That's cool. And I don't know what that is. I'm drawing a blank on both of them. Is that... Okay, the one I think is glaze. What do you think about that? There we go. All right. So, L-A-M... Oh, llama. That's what it is. All right. Yippee-yi-yay. Okay. Well, we got there, right? So let's do the extreme. Let's see what we get. Giant freak. And, Is that going to be ample or maple, or what is that going to be? I have two of them. Yikes. Okay, one of them's probably ample and one of them's probably maple. And maple, what do you know? All right, that's probably jazzy. Oops, not hazzy, you douchey douche. Okay. Label? Nope. Okay, do I even have enough? Nope, I can't even finish it. Well, let's see what we can get here. Like, and hubby. Oops, not hubby. Why do I keep it wonky? There we go. And boozy. And drool. And what was the other one there? Bagel. Okay. Oh, well. Let's do the classic, and then we'll do sequence, and then we'll do chill. Taunt, vaunt, gaunt, I don't know. Man, my throat is dry again. Probably being outside. Okay, so that is saute. Yeah, what do you know? F-E what? F-E... Oh, feral. Okay, there we go. And is that Leary? No, it can't be Leary. There's no R. Alley? Okay. Okay, here we go. I got some more comments I got to catch up on. Yes, that's right, Stephanie. So it's a bit like Mastermind in that regard. So yellow ones mean they're in the puzzle, just not in that spot. And then green one, the course of exactly. Yeah, so you've got the idea. I'm okay with the one that's there, Ben, but I'll happily accept any, more that you want to make. I will accept the generosity, man. That is groovy. Yeah, they'll be tracing later. I'll do, I'll try to get to some of the triggers and stuff later. I just being, feeling worn out and whatever. I just felt like it would be good, at least from my perspective, to do a little bit of gameplay nonsense. So what is? Petty, maybe? Well, let me go ahead and put in plum. All right, yep, petty. And I still don't see what that one's going to be. Hazel? Is Hazel E-L or L-E? And what's that one there? Oh, hedge. There we go. And ovoid. What do you know? And it's Daunt, yay. And Pixie. Okay. Here we go. All right. No, actually, I don't know anything. I mean, I know that the game Fallout exists, but I don't really know anything about it. Yeah, go for it, Ben. I mean, everybody else likes it too, so, you know. You've got a willing audience, that's for certain. I don't know what this is here. Value. Hey, what do you know? Truly. Regal. Okay. Tool. And could be gourd. Hey, what do you know? And dowel. Okay. It's not freed, so freer. And T. Oh, twine. There we go. Right on, Ben. I'm looking forward to it. And let's go ahead and put in plum and wage, just because why not? So lucky, groom, wiser, worry, enter, alarm, empty, and inbox. Voila, there we go. I got my camera like right in the way of where the comments thing is, or the chat. Where are you at in California? Because I'm in Castro Valley, right near Oakland, California. Anyway, let me, you know, I'm going to go play the practice. So hang on, it's going to do the flashy nonsense that it does. And let's do just the regular one. There we go. You should move to Antarctica. Or, you know, what you need to do, Ben, is you need to become sufficiently wealthy that you do kind of the opposite of birds, right? So you have a house up there in Sweden, and then get one down in someplace like Australia or Argentina, right? So you spend the winter, the northern hemisphere winter, right, what we're used to, in Sweden, and then jump down to either Australia or Argentina for, you know, the northern hemisphere summer, you know, southern hemisphere winter, right? 45 minutes from Sacramento. Are you, which direction from Sacramento, if you don't mind my asking? Yeah, Stockholm, Sweden, right, yeah. Okay, anyway, I'm sitting here to let you guys get on with the chat while I type some stuff. So, penal or panel? And loopy. Oh, Folsom, okay. Snowbirds, right. So wise. I don't know about that, Ben. I've just been on the planet and done stupid enough things that, you know, if you bang your head enough, sometimes you learn to duck. Is that going to be exact? Yes, it is. Okay. That's going to be what? Suave? Okay, what do you know? Board. And oxide, yeah. And onion, I bet. Yeah, that was all right. So probably shook, truck, oops, floss, bayou, taker, what is that going to be? Satin? No, it can't be that. There's no N. I don't know. We'll have to come back to it. Mimic. Yep, okay. All right, well, I have a couple. What am I going to do here? Okay. Oh, world. I always forget about that W. Johnny Cash is true God in music. Yeah, he's got some decent moments, doesn't he? I think his version of that, I guess it was 9 Inch Nails, right? Hurt or whatever. I think is about as good as that piece of music's going to get. So chalk, lunar, truck. We just had truck. Cover, cower, I don't know. Coder too, yikes. So is that, it's going to be cheek, isn't it? And silky. And oh, it's going to be ennui, isn't it? Oops. Yeah. And debut. Okay, so it's not coder. So it's either cower or cover. Let's try cover. Nope. Cower. All right, there we go. Hey, how's it going, Ryan? My week was okay. Yeah, hurt, right? To the zoo. Ah, nice. Celsius. So I wonder, Ben, do you attribute your desire or affinity for the cold to the fact that you were raised in Sweden, or that you have Mongolian DNA? Or maybe it's the combination of the two. What is this going to be? Ready? Yep, okay. Perky, maybe? Huh. Idiom, maybe? Nope. All right, that's going to be modem, isn't it? Okay. Turning into your grandfather, that's funny. Man. Well, that's very generous of you, Ben. That's a good-hearted thing, man. I just don't see these last couple. What are they going to be here? Oh, widow. No, it wasn't. Oh, I should have seen that, the D in the middle, man. Okay, I just wasn't paying attention. Wield. All right, there's that. So now... Huh. What in the world is that going to be? Oh, void again? It is, wow. 500, that's still a pretty generous thing, man. Man, I don't know. This is really... Oh, is it zebra? What do you know? Brash, maybe? Oh no, it's going to be rabbit, isn't it? That's what I get for... Do I even have enough to get the rest? Yeah, if I just don't make any more mistakes, I guess. Basic. There's Bayou again. Broth. Grime. Okay. Brash. Oh, what time is it? Oh, I need to do the break thing, don't I? All right, let me finish this and then I'll go. And girly, there we go. All right. Okay. Here, let me get out of here. Let me do this. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I am back. Oops, now I have to clear my throat again. All right, let's just do a couple more of these and then I will switch to doing some triggers, I guess. That could be truer. No, it can't be truer. What is that going to be? Let's put in plum. Baton. Later. Shown. Oh, other. That's fine. There we go. We got that. And I'm going to say it's probably tried. Okay. And no, I was going to say model, but that's not going to be it, is it? Dowel again. All right. And what is this going to be? Anybody have any ideas on this last one? Minus 79. Man, that's crazy. I can't even comprehend that. And I really don't see what this is. Vigil, that's what it is. There we go. Heebie-jeebie. All right, let's just do one more of these, and then I'll move on to doing something else. Probably chief. Let's go ahead and put in plum. Noise. Decay. Blank. Fiber. Way, okay. Is that going to be Chuck? I guess, oops. And Stave, maybe? Nope. Oh, state. There we go. Okay, that's enough of that. So let's see what I'm going to do. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm going to do brushes, I think. Let me move to the proper window. Pop, 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 pop. Okay. Oh, I got quite a ways off, didn't I? Like 4 minutes off. Yikes. Wait, where's MSC when you need him? He might be here lurking. Who knows? All right, anyway, I'm going to do some stuff with brushes, I think, for a minute. So let's do some stuff with brushes. Is this one down? I don't know. We'll see. You know what I'm going to do? I put on the headphones because it's easier for me to get a better idea of what's happening. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. Yeah, there's MSE. How did I... Jeez. Yes, I will do some crinkle in a bit. I will do crinkle, absolutely. I will do crinkle, I will do tracing. But I'm going to start with just a little bit of brushing. Yeah, I'll do some beard brushing too. Yeah, I hate that zoom effect, man. That just really... Okay. Okay. So I guess I will do a little bit of beard brushing while I have brushes going. Then I'll get out the Labradorite and do some tracing. paper. Don't worry. We'll do the paper after the Labradorite. How's that? What time is it getting to be with the clock? Okay. I might come back and do some more brushing later. Let me. I need to wipe this off a little bit. I've been again using it as a coaster for my cup. Holy mackerel. Well, hopefully it's not too filthy looking. All right. Okay, here we go. We're going to do some. Let's see, I will start with. I'll do both sets of letters and then I'll do that. Wait, what is this? Hey, collection, how's it going? Okay, I'll start with lowercase letters. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, X, Y, Z. And then, let's see, I guess I'll do the capital letters. Wait, what's going on? I missed some comments here. Anyway, okay, capital letters now. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z, or Z if you prefer that. Let me do the digits now. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And there's the digits for now. Okay. Let me get a little sip of water here. And I still got a couple of minutes, so what am I going to do? So what do we have here? Sloth or cat? All right, I don't know what that's about. All right, what am I going to do now? We got 2 minutes. You know, let me do a little bit of crinkling. How about that? So here's the bag o' crinkle. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there. Look, you can see that. See the green suit in there. And okay, so let's do here. This is some craft paper with be sure to admire Ben's work. Here we go. All right, I am back, and let's do some more crinkling. You know what? Here, all right, I'll do this and then I'll do that. Because there's just so much stuff in there, it's nuts. All right, so let's do this one. I'll do this one because I like this one, and I like this one too. Yeah, let's leave it at that for the moment, and then. Okay, I like it. I like this one so much because it's got the bubble wrap and the paper noise. Sonic the Hedgehog. Nuts. You know, I used to live down in San Diego. I went to the zoo quite often. My wife and I, we kept a membership to the San Diego Zoo, and well, because it's an amazing zoo, but I mean, I assume it was back then, but I'm sure it still is. Anyway, they had a big area for the giant Galapagos tortoises. Man, those things are crazy. Moment, and the metallicized plastic snack bar wrapper from Soul Brother. Hey James, how's it going, man? Welcome back. You know, you mentioned the breeding thing, Stephanie. One time when my ex-wife and I went to the San Diego Zoo, there were a couple of tortoises in the process of doing their business right there in front of everybody, and it was very weird because it was like this thud thing going on. You know what I mean? It was very, I don't know. Actually, Ben, the only reason I remember it is because it came up once in a previous stream, and you were talking about it. That's why I remember. Funk soul, brother. Let's do the larger bag. I like this one. And then I think I'll maybe play some more games. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, no, I don't like that. It was, I don't know if unpleasant is really quite the right word, but it's just kind of like, I don't know. It didn't sit well as far as sounds go. I can't only imagine what it would be like if you were like out there and there was like multiple pairs, because it's the instance I'm thinking about with my ex-wife and I, it was just one pair, but they had more pairs in the enclosure, but there was only one pair going at it. It changes a lot, Well, I don't know that I've ever really had a show that I would have said, hey, that's my favorite show, but I'm trying to think of shows that I've watched a lot of. Like, I like Star Trek a lot. I've seen bunches of that. I've probably seen most, if not all, the episodes of Star Trek of the original series and Next Generation. Probably seen most of Deep Space Nine and Voyager. I mean, there's an episode here and there that I missed, but I think for right now, the show that I don't know, man. I was going to say the Apothecary Diaries, because I really enjoyed that. Recently that I really liked. generally when I'm consuming TV, I kind of just put it on to veg out, you know what I mean? The Apothecary Diaries is about a young woman who is essentially an apothecary. She kind of studied under her father. I think she's supposed to be like 16 or 17 or something like that. And she gets kidnapped and taken to this place that's, well, they always start every episode with, this is all fiction, this isn't really based on real things or anything like that, but it looks a lot like what they're talking about is the Forbidden City in China, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, that's what it is. And she works in the palace, and, you know, her whole life goes through a whole lot of stuff as that happens. And, yeah, anyway, she's kind of, she's very clever. Well, she's more than clever. She's really smart and clever. And she's constantly, like, solving problems and mysteries and things for people. And it's largely just because she's smart. Anyway, I like it. You know, I'm going to go back. I'm going to play some more of the Octortle thing. Can I offer any kind of hope for humanity as this runaway train it feels like we're on right now? Okay, I'll think about this for a second before we... let's see. You know, this is a thing that I do get frustrated with at times, but I do think it points to something that's valuable, and that is when you see people doing kindnesses for other people that are, you know, like when, you know, somebody, you know, is a homeless person, something bad happens, and somebody else decides to help them out, and you know, because everybody goes, oh, isn't that great that that person helped out that homeless person? And I've always been very frustrated with those because I've said that, you know, what they are, as well as like, hey, that's nice that person did that thing, but it points to systematic deficiencies, right? However, going back to the other bit of it, though, is that people long for that stuff, don't we? You know what I mean? We like it when those things happen. And I think that points to a thing that that we have the capacity to move past the crap, right? And, you know, and you do see people, as things change and evolve and move through time, and they start seeing how some things are better for people and some things are not, you begin to see people kind of changing their minds, as it were. And it seems like there is enough of a pool of people who really would prefer to be kind to each other in the long run, you know what I mean? I think there are more of us who would rather be kind than those of us who would, you know, choose not to be kind to the rest of us, you know? Yeah, I guess that's the thing, you know? And also, here's, you know, and I don't know, this is just what the way my brain works at times, but I'll see things, and then there's good bits and bad bits, and so you kind of have to clump them together. But so, things are rough right now, but it's my understanding that once upon a time, that humans, you know, the species that we are, got down to just a scant couple of thousand individuals or something like that, you know what I mean, for the entirety of, you know, where we were on the planet, like it was next to nothing, you know, something like that. I don't remember the exact numbers. I just remember seeing and just being like, wow, that's next to nothing. We were almost wiped off. But, you know, we bounced back. And I think it just seems more horrifying to us now, because a lot of the stuff that is atrocious and is horrible and monstrous that's happening to people in the world is that it's being done by other people, right? There are enough people in the world who wish some of us harm that it's really depressing and frustrating. And unfortunately, there's too many people who have too much control over stuff. that, have those kinds of, ideas, where they don't really want to cultivate compassion and care for their fellow human. But I think there's enough of us that on balance there should be improvement. I don't know. Is that, I don't know. And let's see what else has happened. Maybe I'll think of something better to say. Yeah, I don't know. I'll think, maybe I'll come up with something better. Let me jump to playing the freaking game for a bit, though. How about that? I have thought about the idea of, because, you guys have asked about, different people have asked for the possibility of there being live streams at different times, and I've thought about doing that. And it comes down to what I want to replace it, right? Like sometimes just like go, okay, instead of Saturday at 8 this week, it'll be something else. I don't know if I like that, because I did that for a while and it didn't seem to work well for me. So I have thought about the idea of maybe having another, maybe even 2 more, but they would be short, right? You know what I mean? Like 45 minutes or something. Is that sinew? Is that... There we go. Taste. Nope. I should have seen that the S was there. Yikes. Do I even have enough? No, I do not. Well, let's put in tool. And CD probably, yeah. Alright, keys, yeah. There's this thing, I'm just seeing what Ben made the comment about how key people died in a particular show. And it's not a show I remember, or I don't think I've seen it. But I think TV shows have turned into this thing where the idea is that you're just, like, that they're supposed to just keep going. And I don't know that I like that. I think... Wait, what's this now? Oh, scour, that's what it is. Do I still have enough? Minor. Oh, anyway, it seems to me that, like, they do stuff with shows, and it's like... I think it's okay for shows to come to an end, I mean, I know everybody's like, oh no, my show's ended, but yeah, it's okay, man. Is that Diddy? Or Giddy? There we go. And Troll, and what's this going to be? Cavil. We're getting down inside of a minute here, so I'll do this one, then I'll take a break, and then force, stone. Okay, it's going to be punch, panic, smart, rebar. Oops, shame. And what's that one down there? Waltz, I bet. What do you know? Okay, time to take a break. I'll be back in just a couple of minutes, guys. Okay, now I'm back. What have I missed so far? Dirt, 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 dirt. Yeah, Ben, that's exactly right. Yeah. Did I have a favorite movie now? Yeah, well, I have three movies, Stephanie, that I often refer to as my favorite movies. One of them is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. One of them is 2001: A Space Odyssey, and the other one is The House of Flying Daggers. And I love them all. Those are fantastic movies. Oh, I keep bumping that. All right, that's okay. Yeah, The Shawshank Redemption is a good movie. Yeah, it's a really good movie. It's one of those movies that's got a good ending. It's a hopeful, good ending. Yeah. So what do I do now? Do I want to go back and play some more game? Yeah, let's go back and play a little bit more game, and then I'll think about something to do with some... I'm wondering, do I want to do... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch it up. Let's go here. Let's go here. I think what I want is... Okay. Actually, here. I'm going to go here. But I'm not actually going to do that. I'm going to do a different thing. I'm going to do this. Come on now. Come on, there we go. There we go. Yikes. Sorry about all that brightness. Yeah, the House of Flying Daggers, man. It's just visually stunning. Especially the scene with the drums and the knives thing going on. Holy mackerel. Alright, red is in. I need to see that movie again. It's been years. Actually, I haven't seen any of the three of them in quite a while. I used to have The Good, Bad, and the Ugly in 2001 on DVD. I never had House of Flying Daggers on DVD, I don't think, though. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I didn't. Oh, another movie I really like that I forgot about, but I don't know if it's good enough to put in the top three, but it just popped into my head that I really enjoy it, or have enjoyed it, was Pan's Labyrinth. That was really freaking good. Oh, well, I've already been all the way through Trace, so, and yeah, no, it doesn't really save progress. Although, there's a, what time, how much do we have left to do? We have about an hour left. There's other escape games that are from the same group, I just don't know if I could do it in an hour. Yeah, but most of those websites, they don't really save your progress very much. But, yeah. And there's going to be more of the... so which one is it? There'll be more of that type of game. Hey, what do you know? Alright, let's say red, green, blue, and let's put pink over here. Nope, so it's the green goes in the other one. And then red and blue, and now we'll put in white. Nope, let's put in black. Try that one out. And nope, so it will be in fact purple. And there we go, and the green, and voila. Oh, did I forget the craft paper bag? I thought I did I guess I did a craft envelope, didn't I? Okay, when I come on, when I've tried to play a few more games, I'll go see if I can find the craft bag. Alright, anyway, so let's go back and get another one. Hey, Dark Oats, how's it going? All right, I guess lucky on that. All right, let's take this one and this one and like that. Well, we know red. I'll pick this green and I'll move yellow. And let's put in pink. Nope, got those wrong. So it's going to be green, yellow, red, and which white, black, or purple goes here? I don't know. And there you go. How's that? There we are. All right. Got a red one again. Nope, not there. Blue's out too. So let's get. All right, we know the red goes here. And let's stick in the green. And okay, I'll just say it's that one. Let's put in pink. Nope, but I guessed right. What do you know? And we'll put in white. Nope, okay. Well, we know it's black and purple. We just don't know the order. So we'll just put them in this way first and see. Nope, so we'll put them the other way. Hey, what do you know? Oh man, sorry to hear that about the allergies thing giving you grief. That can be, yeah. I always pick the, well, no, I don't always pick the right one. Okay, let's do this like this and this. Like in this case, I didn't pick the right one for blue, yeah. So which one? Let's say green. I'll say blue, and let's move yellow, and we'll see what that does for us. Nope, okay. So which one is it? Is it the green? And then I just need to rotate these guys around. Let's try that. So we'll stick the green there. We'll move the blue. Let's put yellow back here. And let's move pink there and see what that does. Nope. All right, let's do... Could it be... like that? What do you know? You know, when I was a kid, I suffered from allergies quite a bit. And I often did, put boiling water into a bowl or a pot or something, and then, put the towel over your head and let the steam kind of go up that way. Yeah, lemon juice is good. Gotta get that. Wow, still not making it. All right, well, here's the last spot for the red. This is the last spot for the blue, so those should be right where they go. Let's see about pink. Well, no, it's just these two. All right, let's try the white. Yep, okay, let's say it's the left-hand one. And let's choose the black. Yeah, what do you know? And how much time do we got? Okay, you know what, let's bail on here for a minute. I might come back to it. Let's go back to here. Let me get the crinkled bag back. Let's see if if I can find a craft paper bag in here. Well, I don't seem to have saved a plain craft bag in here, so there's another envelope. Bubble wrap. Well, the only craft bag I have anymore, Ben, is just the one that's holding all the stuff. So, I don't know if that works as well for you or not. You know, I need to go to bed, Ben. I had a long day. Let's see, I'm having a conversation with my buddy Steve tomorrow. Maybe after that, so it would have to be, say, probably like noon my time tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Hey, Ahmad, how's it going? Yeah, since you brought up Discord, Ben, it makes me think. I know I keep saying I'm going to do something with it. I just never get around to going over there and spending any time. Interesting word, marvelous. Oh, did you send a thing for a new break thing? You know, I think Ben, yeah, here, I'll do this. There we go. I'm glad, Stephanie. I was just looking at the clock and we have just under an hour left. And Ben brought up Trace. I'm half tempted to try to do a speed run through Trace. No, that doesn't seem very ASMR-ish though, does it? Right on, Ben. That friction noise. What do you think? Okay, time for another break. I'll be back momentarily. Okay, I am back. And will I get the notification during this stream? No, I don't. I won't get any notifications. I'll have to go either log into the site or they'll send me an email. Well, I mean, I will get a notification, but it'll come via email. So I'll have to, yeah. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe I don't know how long it takes them to do that stuff. Yeah, because it's only, yeah. Oh, the skateboard, yeah, we could do that. Why don't I do that now? I haven't done any skateboard noises tonight, have I? So, let's get all the stuff out of the way. Just put all the crinkly stuff on top of it. Let's get that out of the way. Get this out of the way. There, and here we go like this. Okay, I'm going to have to do some spinning of the wheels first. But then I will brush on the grip tape. And here we go. Well, that one wheel has a much different sound, doesn't it? Oh no, I wonder if those... there's nothing wrong with those bearings. Okay. I don't remember what brush I used. The green suit thing. Well, let's do all three. How's that? Hey, Kylorn. Yes, I am doing okay. I hope you are as well. All right. Okay, so there's craft brush. And now let's try the paintbrush. Let's do the other one. Would I ever consider doing? Yeah, I have actually thought about doing something like that. Should I call that Misty Kaggle? Yeah, actually I have thought of that. Or something along those lines. I just haven't really done it. I mean, the closest thing I've done is I've done a couple of just positive affirmation. I think I only have like one, maybe two of those. I don't know. I think one of them was a little bit positive affirmation and also a little bit just check in and talk about mental health in general. Which I think is a valuable thing. I mean, to talk about mental health and, you know. Oh, I just saw the thing. I'm glad you like skateboard wheels, Stephanie. Oh, what does everybody think? Which brush? I like both of them, so I'll probably flip back and forth, but there's the craft brush. Here, I've been doing it all on that side. Let's do it over here for a little bit, too. Yeah, let's just do it this way. Switch around and go like that, and right. All right, let's put that over there. Let's grab the other brush. And what if I think your keyboard croaked, Ben? without stress. Live without stress. I think either one works, man. Time getting to be. Yeah, we got 10 minutes, so that's plenty of time. Do you think you would ever remake me? Yeah, I could do. I don't know if I'd remake it exactly, but yeah, obviously I wouldn't remake it exactly, but or maybe not obviously, but yeah, I could probably do that. Not probably, I could do that. So yeah, there will probably be one in the future at some point. Spin the wheel a little bit and then what else am I going to do? Hey Vexing, how's it going? Yeah, it's good to see you here. Well, we did do some tracing, but I suppose I could be persuaded to do another batch of that later. Spin the wheels again a little bit. Video will I post on Monday? Oh, you know, I'm not sure. Let me look at because everything is kind of a little changed. So it'll probably be K-Mines. Yeah, I think it'll probably be K-Mines because I had some videos that I recorded for the whole, Patreon, whatever thing I was attempting, but yeah, I mean, when I looked at the stats on my just overall views, they just went into the toilet. It's really horrible. So I was like, all right, and it pretty much, the downward trend started pretty much exactly when I started doing the new Patreon thing. So, I don't know if I've been tapping on the truck, so have I? Yeah, no, I think I prefer just tapping on that fiberglass. Uh-oh, something just happened. Wait a minute, what's going on now? YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain. Why are you not receiving enough video to maintain anything? Okay, so apparently YouTube is telling me that some of you will be experiencing buffering, but I don't understand why they're not. Let me get over to here now and see what in the world's happening. Okay, now it says the stream is healthy again. Very weird. Okay. I haven't changed any of my settings. I don't know, maybe that's what it was. Yeah, oops. Hey Donovan, how's it going? Yeah, I've been all right. Thanks for inquiring. I hope you've been doing well as well. Well, it seems to have, it doesn't seem to be happening anymore, so I don't know what it was, but. I have to move OBS back over here because there we go. That makes things a little easier for me to deal with, I guess. Pretty decent stats, Ben. so we're down inside a minute before the next break. So when I come back from the break, I'll do another round of tracing. And then I don't know what I'll do. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll play another game or something. Oops, there it went. I wasn't even paying attention. I was so zoned out on the fiber flex. There you go. Okie doke, gang. I will be back momentarily. Okay, doke, I am back. And what's going on here? Okay. Here is the Labradorite. And I will do the lowercase letters first. A, B. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I just realized I'm going to do this. We don't need that clock. I'm not going to bother with any more breaks. We'll just go all the way to the end. Anyway, so I'll start over. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, or Z if you prefer. Now we'll do the capital letters. So A, B, C, D, E, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. All right, now let's do the digits. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. So hopefully that was worth it. Hey Donovan, what do you think about what do I think about it? I don't know. I haven't seen the results of what got released, so I'm not sure what to make of it. Till I see the stuff, I won't know. I don't know. I'm a little jaded when it comes to stuff about the UFO nonsense. Yeah. To be honest, I think most of it's bogus, but sure thing, Rex. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about the UFO stuff. I mean, I would like it that there would be other people around in the universe because it makes sense that, the vastness of it and how many planets there are and all that stuff. It seems like, yeah, there should be more of us out here. Just sentient beings, right? But I don't know. The distances are so vast. It might be that there's no way we would ever, be able to reach each other. So I don't know. But, I suppose if aliens have, like in the realm of Star Trek, they've figured out how to trick the laws of physics, so to speak, right? Like much in the way like we use planes to fly, right? We can't really fly, right? Maybe there's some, way of, getting things to behave differently because of whatever. More viewers for ASMR. Yeah. Alright, so now what, I'm going to go play a little bit more games. So decide which one I want to do. I'm going to take these off for a minute Just, oh, stop. Heebie-jeebie. They're not the best for fatigue. I'm just wearing them, you know. Anyway, I'm going to switch over to doing the gaming, and I'm going to switch this back to octortal. There we go, and then I will do this. And let's see what we have. Let's go ahead and put in plum. Alright, that's going to be thumb, obviously. And flirt. That's probably going to be rack, isn't it? And quiet. Comic. Snail. Trend. Rover. Do another desktop tour sometime. You did one. Oh, yeah, you know, I guess I could do that. I mean, yeah. I could add that to things that I do, sure. Desktop tour. So that might be teach. That's going to be hyena, isn't it? Teach. I don't know what that one's going to be. Probably sweat. I don't know. Let me put in plum. Just so I can, yeah, okay. Beefy. Bulge, I guess, probably. Mama, yeah. I don't know what that one's going to be. This one's probably sweat, huh? Yeah, okay. And that can't be Bible, can it be? No, it can't be bilge. It can't start with the B. How do you spell libel? There we go. And what is that going to be? Something rated? Nope, so it's going to be heater, maybe? What do you know? Now what's going on? And what's so black eyes? You know, not really. I used to kind of do drawing when I was younger. I even took a semester of drawing when I first started college. It's just because I didn't go to college to do anything other than be a reasonably educated human. Gray or yellow? It's a Sunday. I don't know. Sun, yellow. There you go. Thanks, Logan. I appreciate that. Is that going to be curvy or curry or what? Let's put in plum. There's the flick. I don't know what that's going to be. Adapt, probably. And dryer. And is that going to be peak? I don't know what that one is there. Those, okay. My distro, I use Pop OS. I'm not sure what that one is. Octal, isn't it? There we go, yeah. going to try curvy. What do you know? Okay. So what's that going to be? Goosey? No? Soggy. All right. Oh, you know what? I left the white clock here. We don't need that white clock. Leave it. Go away. All right, yeah. New game. So, fever, newer, amber, proxy probably, yeah, okay, let's go back over to here, sheep, huh. I'm not sure what that one is. A, something with the V. What's that going to be over there? Gauze? Oh, it's going to be gauge, isn't it? All right. So what's this then? My brain keeps wanting to make it anvil, but there's no N and the V can't be in the middle. Yeah, doggies are certainly active tonight. Huh. I mean, what is that? A veil? Is that it? A-V-I-L. Okay. Cushy joint freak. Plum. That's probably dopey. Nope. Oh, I should have seen the O. Dude, you're making silly mistakes, man. So, I was going to say roost, but the T can't go in the end, so that's flat. Anyway, let's do that. And that's probably trait. That's probably tawny. And that's going to be pulse. Torso, is that what that is? And no, it's not that. F. And epoxy. What do you know? Yes, I will do the lullaby at the end, Stephanie. Seems like a lot of people like that, so it's probably going to find its way into a lot of videos near the end, you know? Although I guess this isn't really a video, but it will be, right, on when it goes to on demand. Mulch, okay. Globe, probably. Mound. Is that lilac? I don't know what that other one is in there. So, all right, let's put in globe. Is that going to do page again? It's funny how they get stuck on certain words. Evade. Yeah, what do you know? Oops, not inwed. Unwed. There we go. They use that word every once in a while. And that's going to be upper, isn't it? Yep. No, I've never played Age of Empires. Don't really know anything about it. I'm assuming it's like one of those battle games. All right, let's put in plum again. That's going to be spill, isn't it? Value. Motel, nope. Totem, there we go. Roast, okay. Is that going to be woman? Oops. Nope, nomad. And I don't have enough. Oh yeah, I do. No, I don't. I have 2 to get 3. Yikes. All right, never mind. Nope, not hound. Doe. And duchy, yeah. There we go. I don't know. I'll think about it, Ben. I have enough games that I play already. I'm trying to figure out how to work more of them into being, you know, videos. Yeah. Is that plate, I guess? Wrote, maybe? Is that going to be totem again? And wreck. And gland, I guess. And body. And barge. Okay, how are we getting time? Oh, we still have like 13 minutes. You know, and I've never used Steam, so I'm just not really much of a gamer. Unfit. Nope, okay. I should have seen how that O didn't go in there. That's going to be sport. I don't know what that's going to be over there. Filet, isn't it? And scone. Oh, truce. I don't know, I didn't see that before. I don't know, biggies. Huh, interesting. I'll have to look into that. I don't... what is that going to be? Steep? Is that bamboo? No, it can't be bamboo. It's not enough letters. Holy mackerel. That's going to be delve, isn't it? Yep, okay. Now that last one, what is that? What am I not seeing? Huh. Interesting. Does anybody else have any ideas on that? I'm not seeing it. What vexing said. Oh, man, what is that word over there? All right, yeah, that could be it. Let me try that. What do you know? Thank you. That's going to be sound. That's going to be crone. That's going to be music, isn't it? And that's going to be urban. That's going to be Mason. That's going to be sorry. Islet. And probably Derby. Where's there? Yeah, there's the B. Or I guess Derby if you're in. Okay. So we got stone. Is that going to be reset maybe? Audio. Cycle. I don't know what that one is. Let's come back to it. Dully, maybe. All right, that one's going to be Cliff. Heady. Gully. Yeah, it's got to be reset, doesn't it? So now what's this one over here? Opera. There we go. No, I'm going to be closing off with the lullaby, man. Actually, you know what? Here, it's getting near the end of it. Let's go over to here. And here we go. Let me see. Let me catch up on that. Well, me too, Stephanie. Oh, thanks, Ben. I appreciate that. Yeah, well, there's a reminder for, it does help me out, you guys, if you go watch the old videos, because that channel's monetized, so, And, well, it also has the thank yous on it. Well, you know what, I'll do a couple of minutes of the craft bag, and then I'll craft bag of you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to split it. I'm going to do a little bit of craft bag here. We're going to mix it up. I'm going to put the craft bag aside just for a quick sec. And I'll do the green suit bag. a little bit more of the trash bag. And then I'll start doing the lullaby stuff. You stayed up all night tonight. So no snoozing then. Well, I'm glad you stayed awake the whole time this time, Stephanie. That indicates to me that it was enjoyable enough that it kept you, paying attention anyway. Thank you, Ben. Is that Samantha? Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations on the graduation thing. Oh, there's a reminder. I need to do that now. I'm not going to be here, right? Do you remember that for next Saturday? Because my sister is doing her thing for her. I don't know. When did you leave? Anyway, so there you go. There's the reminder. Next Saturday I won't be here, but I will be here the Saturday after that. Okay, you know what? I think let me get a little drink of water and do a little clearing of my throat. All right, let's see. Do 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 ba da 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 la da 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 ba la da da la da da la da 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 ba ba da la da da ba 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 la da la da la da da ba 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 la da da ba 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 la da da ba ba la da Okay, gang, I think that'll wrap up tonight's episode for the live stream for May 9th. And again, one last reminder that the next, what'll it be, the 16th or whatever, that I will not be here. There will be no live stream. I will be, I think it's in Oceanside is where we're going. You guys. MSE, you're just, I don't know. You crack me up, buddy. You crack me up. Thanks for showing up, Shark Jellywell. Yeah, and also thanks for the heads up on the word game. That was very helpful for me. So groovy. Thank you for chiming in. And yeah, okay, gang. Hope everybody had a good time. And if you're already asleep, then nighty night and all of that. And I will see you. What would that be? Well, let me just look. When's the next time I'm actually going to have a live stream? Real quick. Let me just look at the calendar. So I guess it's the 23rd, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, duh. Okay, yeah. So I'll be back on the 23rd. And anyway, yeah, thanks again. And